Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do your February 15th till February 29th, 2020 tarot forecast. This is a general reading for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising signs. All right, what does Pisces need to know for the end of February? It's just for Pisces, February 15th, 29th. Alright guys, so we have a 6-card reading today. I will be looking at the bottom of the deck card for general energy behind your reading. And as always, I will lift the cards up to the camera for you to see closer with me. The images and just any other information. Really use your intuition as well. If there's something I'm not saying that you're seeing, or if colors or images are important to you for any particular reason, just follow your intuition there, guys. Bottom of the deck energy, 7 of Pentacles. So something that you've been working on here, you may need to look back at how much you've accomplished, if you really like the direction you're going, where you're going to take it from here. We have a couple of other Pentacle energies in your reading today as well. So there could be an investment issue. There could be rather something having to do with stability concerning independence or independent wealth, being comfortable with where you are financially. But yeah, 7 of Pentacles, not in a terrible position to begin with. So it's really nice to see that for the last 2 weeks of the month for you. But there could be some questions around, you know, where do I take it from here? Where do I go from here? So Queen of Wands here as the situation. So there's an entrepreneurial spirit here. This is Aries energy. This is first person or first house energy. So what your happiness is going to rest on, what your sense of self, or your next step, as it were, is really going to count on, is what you do. There could be an opportunity here to be in the spotlight, to be in the center of things, to really push yourself, to stand out. People could really want a piece of you right now if you're in the arts. This is really expressive work, but ultimately entrepreneurial energy. This could have to do with enterprise or investment in your workplace, or how you work. Here's our really independently wealthy 9 of Pentacles here. This is the reason for the position. Yeah, I feel like you're in a solid position here. I think that you could be looking at some options around money, options around how to spend your money, how to invest, how to get more money. If this has to do with a relationship and any sort of splitting up or division of finances at this time, it could be about, who gets what. Just throwing that out there as well, because we do have the home card, or 4th house energy, Chariot, sort of preceding both of these cards as well. And again, cardinal energy, both Aries and Cancer are both cardinal energies. So this is really about you making a move. You really have to take a step here. You really have to be willing to be a pioneer in some way with regard to this issue or concern. But yeah, in terms of the reason, this is a really cozy card. You may be in a better position, financially at least, than you may think you are, or you could be put in one if you were to look at your finances maybe through a different eye. You could need maybe a second opinion as well, or some advice. Here is our Chariot in the recent past. Like I said, this precedes both the Queen and the 9. Cancer ruled Chariot. There's a lot of Jupiter energy here. This is often associated with Sagittarius. So something that's about to expand on itself. Expansive energy. Could have to do with the home. Definitely could have to do with travel, but there is a certain victory here as well, guys. This is a victorious card. This is knowing what it's like to balance the dark and the light sides of ourselves, or an investment, or an individual. This could be an individual that you're working with, for example, either on the home or around a home situation. I do want to mention that the Chariot does sit atop of the 5 of Swords, so there could be some argument around this as well. You could be unsure. See, the bottom row, we're looking at more sort of unsure energy. I don't know which way to move. I don't want to upset anybody. So it looks like you could need a second opinion, or to just discuss some options here because you're ready for something. You want to make a move. You want to make a decision. Something needs to happen now for you. But again, so here looking at the Eight of Swords, right, in the now position, there's a sense of I can't, right? You're kind of talking yourself out of it for some reason. Again, it sits right under this Aries ruled Queen of Wands, which is first person. It's first house. It's the self. It's, you know, and when we talk about first house or any house really and what it represents in phases of life, you know, this represents the child. This is the infant. This is the first step. This is the me card. So maybe this is the major concern around this issue as well is, you know, is there concern around selfishness versus selflessness? Are you concerned about that? Are you upset about that? Are you dealing with an Aries who you consider to be a little bit selfish or you wish was more selfish, Pisces? But the Eight of Swords, yeah, in the now position, it really is a sense of, you know, mental self-entrapment. This is a very disempowered energy. So I will suggest, you know, if you do feel disempowered here, talk to an Aries. They will pump you up. Like if you know any Aries individual, get advice from them because they are really, really positive, generate a lot of energy. They have a lot, they're very solution orientated. And they can give you a lot of applause. They can really help get you out of, say, a dark mind or try not to say negative, but like negative thoughts necessarily, or looking at, say, the dark side as opposed to what's positive here. If you don't know any Aries individuals, you could just draw sort of support or, you know, draw out that type of energy that they provide, right? Like being the one to make the first move and being unapologetic about that as well. There's a big warrior spirit. Remember, our Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? So this is really, I would say, you know, masculine, aggressive energy here. And I just feel like you might be talking yourself out of something here. If this does have to do with finances or investment in really anything, definitely get a second opinion. It will help you out. Four of Pentacles is in your near future. This is you not wanting to make a move, not really keen on making any investments at this time. Life is pretty cozy for you. I don't see necessarily there are, say, financial woes or worries, but you could be sort of, you know, how do I make more? How do I do something with what I already know or understand? I would get out of your head because I think the head as opposed to the heart could be the major influence here as well. You could be thinking as opposed to feeling solutions, Pisces, and you know that's where you reign. Your superpower is in your feelings, so try to get out of your head, guys, because your advice card is the Five of Swords. Yeah, I mean, you could be creating or inventing conflict or argument. The Five of Swords is a little bit more difficult than all the other fives, minus the Five of Pentacles. But the only thing with the Five of Pentacles is that at least you're not alone, right? I guess. You know, you're sort of suffering with someone else. But the Five of Swords is like there's a real winner-loser feel behind this card. Again, it does sit under the Chariot. It does sit right under this Victory card. You know, don't let it come to that. You know, things can be balanced here. You can really step away from a difficult mental or even communicative issue by giving yourself some freedom, giving yourself wiggle room, giving yourself the opportunity to, you know, God forbid, make a mistake. God forbid, try something different. And getting advice is nothing to be ashamed of either here, guys, from... there could be something practical I'm seeing here as well with all of these. If we were to lay this right on top, for example, you know, we have the 7, 9, and the 4 of Pentacles. It's something that feels really cozy. Maybe you imagine something will be taken from you. Maybe you feel for some reason the other shoe is going to drop if things have been too good for too long. But again, you know, get out of the mind here, Pisces. You want to get back into the feels, right? Feel well taken care of. Feel as though you have what it takes, that you can step into the spotlight, that you do have the acumen. if you do have to take a second look at something, trust your instincts. If you are unsure of that, really get a second opinion, perhaps from a professional. So here we have action, guys. We have action twice, right? We have the first house ruled Queen of Wands here with, a lot of Aries energy, Pioneer Spirit. As I said, it's encapsulated here with the Chariot, fourth house energy as well, another cardinal sign. But Antelope is really looking at action. Action must be taken here. Again, I would get out of the head. Try to intuit your way through this process. Don't overthink something here. Make a step. Take a step into the future. I would really allow yourself to make a mistake at this time. That could be what it takes. It's almost like the process of elimination. Could be what it takes to get to a successful moment or position for you here as well. So Pisces, I hope that you enjoyed that and that was helpful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I hope you'll join me there. Take excellent care. Bye for now.